Welcome to part 6 of the Shantae commentary, folks. Now we can reap the rewards of that mini-boss. It's the spider transformation. Pretty much, with the spider transformation, you can climb certain walls. It's not like the spider ball in Metroid, unfortunately. You can only climb selected background layers. In the case of the dungeon, we saw a few spider webs in the background earlier. That's what we can climb with the spider. In the overworld, we can climb select brick walls as well.
So it's like the monkey, but not.
Yeah.
You can only climb like it's like Spider Ball from Metroid Prime, basically.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Now, in terms of this part itself, I'd like to make an apology right now for the boss fight of this area. Apparently, the game didn't like me cheesing the first two bosses as quickly as I did. You know, I took care of Fantoon in less than 30 seconds, the Golem boss even less time. So now they wanted me to compensate with this boss that's coming up, because that boss fight in particular is going to take 5 fucking minutes.
Wonderful.
Yay? Question mark?
There's a reason for that. Well, the reason why I believe it is because it's just the way the boss fight's designed. It has a shitload of health, and it's one of those repetitious, you have to wait for it to expose its weak point, and then you have to attack it, and then it does a lot of other things, then you have to wait for the weak point again. The boss battle goes on and on and on. But I wanted to ask all those Shantae enthusiasts, am I doing something wrong? Because, damn, I killed the first two bosses so quickly, and for me to take so long with this one, it feels like I'm doing something wrong. So I just wanted to ask and make sure. I looked up a boss FAQ. I was doing exactly what it told me to do, and it still took just as long, so I'm going to assume it's just the design of the boss that makes it so long, and this is one of the worst bosses in the game.
Well, we don't get to see. Well, you're almost at the boss, I assume, right?
Yeah,
I
because
have a question. I have a logic question. What's preventing the monkey from bouncing off the background walls?
2D perspective. There's no such thing as a Z-axis in this, my friend. Except when you transform into the spider.
Okay. Sure.
What kind of spider is that? Is that a black widow?
It's a legion of spiders.
Oh, it's only one.
Okay, well, it's just a spider.
Ooh, now we have 2 holes!
Ooh, it's got a little ceiling below it.
No, that actually helps more than you would think.
Do the eyes need to be in a specific... oh, they do,
Yeah.
damn it.
What, does it need to be cross-eyed?
I don't remember the exact position. I think.
Does it matter which eye goes in which socket? Or
No.
Duh.
Me, C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. Cookie starts with C.
As fun as this game looks, some of the puzzles do look really obnoxious.
Well, this is just a matter of hitting it over and over again until you get it right. There's no puzzle to this.
Do they both need to be pointing up, or do they just both need to be pointing in the same direction?
The same
I think they
direction,
both
I
need-
believe.
Okay.
No, it is I guess looking up would serve the purpose of it looking at that platform, which I suppose is some sort of tell. But I'm just going to assume it just needs to be in the same direction. Unfortunately, not cross-eyed. Yeah, this dungeon is pretty long and just not very
This is the
interesting.
This is the longest dungeon in the game, right?
It can be, though the fourth one, the next one after this, can be just as long too, if only just because of the sheer size of that. This is more of a twisty-turny sort of labyrinth.
Yeah, I noticed that you actually work back to the entrance for a shortcut.
Yeah. I like to do that for any game that lets me do that. Like in Link to the Past, in the first 3 dungeons. No, you can use it in any dungeon actually. When you get the magic mirror, you use that to traverse through dimensions. But if you use it inside a dungeon, it warps you back to the entrance. If I know that I can do that to save time, then I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I do that in our Majora's Mask playthrough as well, just for the sake of saving time. But it's boss battle time.
Saving time is more than a convenience in Majora's Mask, though.
the simmer stone, pretty much the fire that she needs to boil water.
That's what she just said. She literally just said, I'm going to use this to keep the water boiling forever.
Alright, so this is the boss I was talking about. It's just this large, slow-moving golem that you can wail on as much as you want. So I'm using the most powerful attack that Shantae has at her disposal. This is the Tiara Attack. Now, the charge attack itself is the cuff. That's what you could buy at the shop for 500 gems. And the Tiara itself is 900 gems. May I remind you that you cap at 999 gems. So that's a lot of dancing.
And it's faster to just do the Tiara move than to try to whip it normally.
It's more powerful because I believe you only can get maybe 1 or 2 hits in before the golem retracts into its body armor and rolls around the arena. So I'm trying to compensate by getting a lot of damage done with one single strike.
Okay.
The cuff attack is the charge up maneuver, but the spinning attack that I'm doing right now, that's the Tiara part of it. It one-shots a lot of mooks. And this one is one of the only bosses I can use it against because while I technically had the Tiara before the second boss, it's not that effective against it because of the position of the gem you have to strike, and because you have to use the elephant form to stun it in the first place. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is all the boss battle is. For like 5 minutes. So I welcome any tangential discussions if you guys can think of anything. And again, I like to apologize to anybody if I am doing this wrong. Ted.
What?
How was your day?
Oh, alright. Got some pizza, that's good.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's a Thursday, so there's a new batch of Mario Golf tournaments. That's fun.
Oh, yes.
And you still haven't opened that game, have you?
No, the game's open. The plastic has been removed. But I have to take the game cartridge out of the case.
It's good!
I know it's good. I enjoyed the demo.
Play the normal game. There's like oodles and oodles of content.
Mario Kart 8's taking up all my time.
Yeah, that too, but you can play 2 games at once.
I can't multitask a golf and a kart game.
Sure you can. It's a handheld and a console. That's usually my my limit, is I play 1 handheld game and 1 console game at the same time. And so, yeah. Mario Golf especially is a great game to play, like, when watching Netflix or LPs or something. Because, you know, you can sort of half pay attention and you don't really lose anything. So it's a great sort of multitasking game, for me, at the very least. Oh, you beat it!
It's dead! Hallelujah! I think my brain went numb because I could think of literally nothing to say for that entire boss.
Our top's transparent.
Ooh, my.
Christ, you know that spinning animation she does when she picks up the thing after the boss? It looks so smooth, I can hardly believe this is a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah, WayForward is always, I think, like, their signature is just ridiculously smooth sprite work.
Ridiculously smooth sprite work and sprites that bounce up and down very conspicuously whenever they're standing still.
Yeah, yeah, that too. They like their peppy, upbeat female characters.
I think I read somewhere that Shantae consists of 1,000 sprites.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Now I gotta go to the Spiders resource and check that.
Wouldn't be good for us to be giving out false info, would it?
Well, it's not that it's false info. I'm not questioning John's John's info. I want to see for myself if it's
well, that involves questioning.
There was a Game Boy Shock Fu? What?
What? I never heard of that.
How does that even? What does that even have to do with this?
I was looking up games on the yeah. It looks like there could be 1,000 different individual sprites. But I was looking at the Spiders resource. I was at the S page, and there's Shock Fu here. Hold on.
There's snails. They go into their shells at night.
Yes.
Shaq Fu Game Boy. Hold on, I need to know if this is a real. There is a Game Boy Shaq Fu. What?
That's the first time hearing of this. I'm waiting till night so I can get this Firefly that appears here.
So how many is that? Like 3 of 12?
You can only check the Firefly in the subs menu, so yeah, I would have to pause the game, but I'm not actively checking that right now, so...
Well, I only remember you picking up a handful of them, so...
Yeah, because some of them you have to wait until you get the final transformation of the game in order to get.
Is that the Harpy?
Yeah, the Harpy is the last one we're getting.
Well, that one allows you to fly, so
yeah.
I would imagine.
The Firefly collection is a game-wide quest. You're not doing it earlier than anything else because you need the required transformations in order to do it in the first place.
Now I remember what the spider transformation reminds me of. Climbing background walls in Gex 1. God damn.
Okay, this looks a little bit annoying where you needed to use like 3 different transformations to open this one.
And that's not so much of the game's fault, but rather the technology that it's on.
Well, and imagine that if you waited till you got the Harpy for most of this stuff, it would be a little bit less tedious because you can fly. You can fly basically infinitely with that, right?
Yeah, you can, but you still have to use the elephant to break that block.
Well, yeah, but still, 2 is much less than. Well, not much less than 3. It's just normally less than 3.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you from just waiting until you get the Harpy to do all this, but then if I did it that way, then we'd have like 2 parts dedicated to nothing but Firefly hunting. And that wouldn't be very interesting. So I'm I'm peppering it throughout the adventure so we can just get a move on. But in terms of plot, we're not really doing anything else for the rest of the part, folks, because the boss fight was a majority of the damn thing, as you no doubt saw, or heard at least. Or maybe not, you could have closed the video out once you realized that I said the boss fight was 5 minutes.
Yeah, I loaded up Mario Golf and finished up a tournament that I was doing. Oh, a cupcake!
It's the elephant tote.
Oh, it looked like a cupcake.
Now we can attack with the elephant. Well, besides the dash attack. Does that count as an attack? I don't remember.
I think it does.
I think it might hurt enemies. I'm trying to think of a pun about the elephant in the room, but I can't.
Nah, don't worry. Don't over. If you gotta think about a pun, then don't.
Hey man, making up horrible puns to make you guys cringe takes a lot of work.
They're horrible, but they come from the heart.
Yeah.
They come from the heart. Anyway, so we jump cut back to the waterfall area, because now that we have the spider transformation, we can climb up this wall and use the elephant to break up. I think this is another shortcut area. Yeah, because I'm not even going down the ladder.
Oh, you're warping to... No, or you're turning into the monkey.
Yeah, I'm turning into the monkey. This is the last... This is at the very beginning of the waterfall section, at the very bottom. No doubt you will probably see this Firefly if you went here at night, but you couldn't get it until now, because you need the spider transformation in order to get it. Fascinating.
It's weird, because the grass there looks like one of those drop-down platforms from, like, Oh, no, it's just that you can jump up it but not down it, sort of.
No, yeah, it's one of those selective transparent platforms. Yes, but since we now have the spider transformation, we can now get that 5th warp squid in the first dungeon of the game.
Excellent.
It's right at the beginning, though, because otherwise why would you... right?
I believe so, yes. I think it's in this quarter right here.
Okay,
yeah,
so at least you don't have to backtrack too far into the dungeon itself.
No. You're alright about that.
Okay, because so you can jump on these great Mario World grates?
Yeah, with the spider.
Okay, with the spider.
The waterfall will make you lose your grip, though, so be careful.
Okay.
Sweet!
And now you can just warp to whatever town's closest, I assume, right?
I believe we are going to... Oh, no, I threw a flashbang. Shantae the ninja, everybody. And our head-bopping old man. Goodbye, head-bopping old man.
No, save!
No.
It's... Man, watching you... Okay, I'm just gonna bring this up. This is completely unrelated. I can't watch you play Metroid. Not because you're not good at the game. You clearly are, but you don't save whenever you run into a save room. And I'm obsessive about that shit.
I only save if I'm doing 100% run.
It's just like... It's... Why? No, you could die. I mean... You're not likely to die, but it could happen, and oh, it looks like you're going to have to redo that entire run of Fusion all over again.
I only have to worry about dying if I'm doing a hard mode run or if I'm doing a 100% run. Because 100% runs, if I'm recording a Metroid game that's 100%, the save points help me set up segments, just for the sake of making a smooth, consistent playthrough for commentary or Let's Plays.
And so you can change your color from fusion suit to normal suit.
For the Prime playthrough specifically, yes. Well, I won't be able to do that for Prime 3, unfortunately. I was actually thinking
Prime
of
2?
I was actually thinking of hijacking Prime 2 from Ryan. I don't think he would object.
No. Well, he's not here to object at the moment.
Okay. Ryan, I'm revoking your Prime 2 rights.